Hello guys, this is the car on which I'm actually planning to paint, and this is actual condition or the current condition. So initial step is like I'm using a Formula One alloy wheel cleaner, and using the cleaner I'm trying to clean the alloy. So as you can see, it is all completely dusted, and the dust includes the engine oil traces, then the brake dust and all. So to a certain extent, I would be able to clean it with the alloy cleaner, but still, as you can see, it is quite dark now. It was actually originally a steel alloy, so right now it looks pretty damaged. So first thing is like, no, I have to cover the tires, okay, and I have to ensure that the rim is seen outside, okay. So because while you do the spray paint, the rim should be seen clearly, and you should ensure that the alloy is completely clean, okay. So it is spot dry, and you need something like this, which could be a plastic or a cloth, which you should actually insert it probably, and then it should cover the hub of the wheel, okay, so that or else the hub inside will get affected with the colors, okay. So we don't want the hub to get affected. So ensure that it is completely inside and it's not covering the rims. And you can use newspaper and insulation tape or any kind of tapes for that matter to actually cover the whole tires. So this is how the setup that has to be done. And our starting stage include Rustoleum, okay, enamel acrylic spray deep green primer. This is actually a primer, and this primer would be used, and afterwards I will be using an F1 aerosol spray paint, okay. So the products that we are using, first one was the Formula One alloy wheel cleaner, then the Rustoleum primer. Shake the primer very well, ensure that the alloy is completely dry, then keep on moving the spray paint to ensure that there is a uniform coating across, okay, the complete alloys. And you should ensure that the coating is uniform and it doesn't get concentrated on one particular area. So once it gives you a uniform coating, take a break. Ensure that you give adequate 15 minutes break time between the coats, okay. So ideally 2 coats of primer should be fine. The primer is actually used to ensure that any kind of imperfections on that should actually be covered up, okay. So once the imperfections are completely covered, okay, then we can go ahead and do the final coat of paint, okay. So first coat of primer and one more coat of primer should actually do the trick, wherein you should be able to completely cover the imperfection. Now we have the paint with us, so ensure that shaking well before use is mandate, and it should be shaken very well to get the best effect. So as you can see, the alloy that was there before, now the color is changing, and it has started to look better, much better than what it was. And all this at a cost of maybe $1,000, okay. So 1,000 Indian rupees is actually required, wherein if you go to a third party unit, they would cost you, it would definitely cost you around 7,000 to 8,000 at the minimum, okay. So the alloy what it was before and the alloy that it is right now, it just took a few hours of our time, okay. So it was on my Sunday week off day, so wherein I could actually use my time to do something like this, but the results were too good, and I just loved what I did today, okay. So this is the final coat. After the final coat, how the tire looks, and I know that definitely you will feel the difference where it was initially and now how it looks like, okay. So thank you so much for viewing this, all right.